So hello and welcome back to the channel. So today is part 2 of our 3-part series where we do DIY servicing here on the GR Yaris. Would have seen it in the previous part 1, we did the cabin air filter. Dead simple, 2 out of 10 difficulty. Now this next one, a little bit more difficult, but definitely still within the DIY realms. And we're going to do spark plug change. So come along with us, enjoy the video, and let's get this serviced. This is what we're going to be servicing. Now you could go for rated parts, but we are tuned to 325 horsepower, so it's not really much point in going anything further than good old OEM. Now these are genuine Toyota parts and they're from Tegiwa, our partners on the channel. If you need to know, here is the part number, or it may be that one, but I'll put a link down below to which one it is. So this is what we're replacing. As you can see from the factory, these are NGK plugs. Now my car has just hit 33,000 miles, so it's definitely due. It's 4 years old and I think it's time to do this. Apparently sometimes replacing these will give you a smoother idle and better power, because they do wear over time and it's good to change them. And you'll see from this video how simple it is to change them. Luckily, with the GR Yaris being a 3-cylinder, you only need 3 spark plugs and they should be fairly easily accessible. So tools you're going to need a ratchet or socket spanner set just to get the coil plugs off. You'll also need a torque wrench and a thin wall spark plug remover. Now I'll leave the link to this down below. This is a 14mm one. They have to get quite thin because it's quite a way down there to get them out. So let's get them fitted. First thing you want to do is just pop the bonnet. Take out your bonnet stay and prop that up. The engine bay is a little bit dirty, but it should be all okay. Now your engine bay may look a bit different. This is the engine cover from Automotive Passion, but it should still be the same process, basically on the little rubber isolators, and we should be able to pull that off and get it out of the way. So let's give this a shot. There you go, and that should be the top of the engine. Now we can see we have 1, 2, 3 pistons here. These are the coil packs, so we need to get these out the way. This shouldn't be too much in the way, but we'll figure that out. So these should be all 10 mils. This and the first one and the third one look like they're fairly easy to get to. This one might need a slight angle, so let's try and get them off first. This one we're just going to need a little, hopefully a head that can go around the corner. Okay, that is closer than I thought it was. Let's try taking this off here as well, so you get a closer look. So cylinder 1, 2 and 3, or 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, whichever way around it is. I've taken this out here to give us a little bit of flexibility to get into that one, but ideally I'd like to move this out the way. Looks like there's 1, 2, 3 nuts on there. Whether it's worth moving those or not, I am unsure. So the wiring loom isn't very long. We're going to have to disconnect these before we take them out. So I believe, there we go, just squeeze down on there and then they should come out, and then pull on this and they should slide out. There we go, that's one coil. Next up we take our thin walled socket and we should be able to go down there and place it onto the spark plug, and then let's remove it. There we go, there's spark plug number 1 out. There's the condition of it, so nothing to worry about, but it's a good job we're replacing them. Now I'm just going to do exactly the same with 2 and 3, or however you want to call them, and let's get those out. They are a little bit stiff, but just pushing down on this nub in here should release them. It should be a coil pack 2. Turn it slightly so we can get it out. It was a little tricky to get the coil pack past that trunking, that hard plastic trunking. So if you do know a way to get it, that trunking off, put it in the comments down below, but it's not too hard with it, just loosened off like I have here. There we go. Now this one is actually underneath this piece here, so we definitely need to move this. This is very hard with the strut brace in the way. I think I'm going to have to take the strut brace off. And again here, I don't think I had to take the strut brace off. It just made it easier access to get those bits and pieces there. If you did have one, you could probably leave it in place. Wow. There we go. Right, so this one did loosen off those 3 nuts. Kind of had to lift up, turn it around, and then bring it out this way. But we've got it out. There's number 2. Let's get the final one out. And there's number 3. Before we fit these, we just want to sense check and just check they look about the same and part numbers on them are the same. And they are, so let's get fitting them. So these are the 3 spark plugs that came out, 33,000 miles on them, about the same, all just used, so nothing massive on there, all look in good condition, so should be good to go for a few more thousand miles. You want to try and avoid dropping anything down into here, so the tool that I've linked in the description has a magnet, so it should magnetize to that, and then we want to slowly lower this down into the cylinder head and tighten up by hand. I have put the coil pack back in this one just because we were messing with these bolts. I didn't want to lose one down inside the engine. That would be a bad day. There we go. Right, number 2. So now we need to torque these all up to spec. Right, and the torque should be 20 Newton meters. So we'll take our torque wrench, and if you can see, we've set that to 20 Newton meters. It's not super tight. There we go. There we go, and I'm just gonna double check. Perfect. So now we need to reverse what we've done, so we need to put those coil packs back in. Kept them in the same order. Just again, the coil pack's a little tricky to get in, but you can just kind of rotate them around that trunk in there, trying to keep them as straight as possible because you don't really want to bend them because you can damage them. Spin it around. We kind of have to line up. Just going to put that in finger tight for now, so we know where it is. Should be the easiest one, really. Number 1 is actually the easiest. There we go. If anybody knows the easiest way to get this trunking off, put it down in the comments down below, because it's not impossible, but it definitely makes it harder with this trunking in the way, which is not very flexible. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I'm just going to tighten these up finger tight. Okay, now these 3 need to be done up to 10 Newton meters, which is not a lot, it has to be said. And my torque wrench bottoms out at 20 Newton meters, so I'm gonna do them hand tight. Yeah, that feels about right. Reconnect everything. The grey one is in the middle for number 2. There we go. You can't really mix them up because they'll only reach so far. And then we're just going to put these 4 screws back in this trunking bit. Right, so let's tidy this up and give the engine a start and make sure it all works. So there we go, first startup, starts up sweet as a nut, no issues. It actually seems a bit smoother than it was before. So let's tidy up and do an outro. So there we go, 3 spark plugs changed out for new ones, better performance, better smoother idle and running through on there. We've taken it for a test drive and all is good on that side. So yeah, dead easy to do. Maybe a little bit more complicated than I thought with that little trunking on there, but it's definitely doable. Just take those extra bolts out and that'll give you the bit of extra space on there. Out of 10, maybe a 4 out of 10. So give it a go. Go and try it out at home on your GR Yaris. So that's it for part 2. There will be a part 3 coming up soon, and then we'll be doing more servicing on the GR Yaris. So come and follow us along. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, that's perfectly fine. Just give it a thumbs down. Put a comment down below how I can do it better next time. And until that time, goodbye and have a good one.